Alright, this is going to be a video on functions. We're going to be pretty quick on how to go through this, but we're going to create a function that essentially does what this entire task main does. For our robot, we want it to go through a series of steps where we want it to move forward for 22 inches and then make a right turn and then for a 90-degree turn and then move forward for 30 inches and then turn left and then move forward for, let's say, 5 inches. So if this was our pseudocode, if you notice, we're repeating the same set of commands 3 different times. So if I wanted to move forward with a p-loop and auto straight, I would have to do this, and then all I'm doing is changing my distance variable each time. But I'm going to reset my encoders, figure out how many ticks I'm going to go, plug it in, and then get a value for that. Okay, so all functions have 3 major things. So I'm going to kind of write this down. A function is just a block of code that we repeat. So we make it simple by putting it in a function that we can call it repeated times and I have to rewrite code. So the 3 things are: 1, it has a declaration, it has a definition, and it has a call. And the declaration occurs above task main. The definition appears below task main. And the call is within task main. So let's look at these 3 items. So we're going to start with the definition actually, and then work our way to the declaration and then the call. So right here outside of task main, so task main starts here, ends here. I'm going to make a function called move robot forward, and I'm going to pass it an int that is the distance that I want it to move in inches. The void means that it doesn't return a value, and I'll do another video just primarily on functions and talk more about what that means, but this doesn't return anything in terms of a numeric or a Boolean number or value or a string, anything like that. It returns nothing, it just does something, so it doesn't return anything to the main task. This right here would be the parameters that we can put in there, so whatever number we put into this function when we call it will then be put into a variable called dist. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and paste my code. I'm taking all of this information right here and I'm going to cut it from the task main and place it into that function. And now I've made a function. I've made a function called move robot forward, and I give it a value in inches. So let me show you how to do the declaration. So here's my global variables. I'm going to put function declarations right here.
You guys figure it out.
So this would be where all of my declarations would be for all my multiple functions. So I only have one. All you do is you copy the first line of code in the function, you paste it, and put a semicolon. This allows your computer to know, hey, you're going to see this move robot forward function that you have no idea what it is yet, but it's defined down below. And then right here, this is where our function definitions belong. Alright, so that's kind of how it's set up. So your task main now, we can call the function. So here it is, move robot forward. And now if I want to go 5 feet, I do a 60-inch value right there. So now this no longer is my variable. I'm going to delete this. So I just have dist, but this right here now, so let's look at what happens. I call this function and it put a 60 in the parameter. So when I come down here, it calls this function and it puts in for the dist value the number 60. So when I plug it into here, it's now 60 times the tick constant divided by the wheel circumference, which gives me the value in ticks that I need to go that distance. At this point, I would then need to write a function called turn right. And now if I want to go forward, sorry, I got interrupted there. So now we have a turn right function that we have to write. And then, if I scroll down, I wanted to go 22 inches, then 30, then 5. So I'm going to make this number 22. And then if I want it that it turns right, I can copy and paste it. And now I can go 30 inches. And then I can turn left. And then I can go forward another 5. So this reduces the amount of code that's in my task main. It makes it really simple. If I know that this code works within this function, then I know that these work without even testing them, because I've already tested that function. It works great, and it just simplifies all of your code. Hope this helps, and again, I'll do another video just on functions. You can take a look at that so that we know what void and what we can do to actually return a value with a function. So have a great day.